Let me tell you a joke.
Yeah, alright, go on then.
A rapper, Jew, and a gymnast walk into a bar.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to...
Wagwan.
Yes, hello. Introduce yourself, guys. This is a Jew, a rapper, and a gymnast walk into a bar. Right, so I'm going to start. I'm Edgar. I'm 19 years old. I was born in France. That's probably the most interesting thing you guys will ever know about me. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
Go for it, Joe. Go on, Dominic.
You look at you
I should
lot,
go first, yeah?
you gentlemen.
Yeah, go on.
Right, so Dominic Mensah, 19 years old, university student, and gymnast for Great Britain as well.
He sounds like he's on Take Me Out, fam. No lighty, no lighty.
Co-sign M1, just here, innit? Roughing and that.
He's just here.
Where you from, Cosign?
Manchester. You get me?
Just in case you couldn't tell, guys.
Yeah, man. 0161. H is their king, man.
I'm only 20, you get me?
I'm only 19, you get me? Obviously, Joe, you've got a bit of experience in podcasting. You have a podcast of your own, the M1 podcast. How's that going?
The M1 podcast. That's all right, you know. Just doing our thing, me and Mods. Nah, we do.
Glad to hear it, man. Dominic, you've got a bit of like interview experience. You've done a YouTube video with Vidal Riley. For anyone that doesn't know, that's KSI boxing trainer.
Vidal Riley, KSI.
Yeah, man.
Popping
that last year.
That was a good video. I like that one. I don't have any experience in this, so this is my first rodeo as such. So I'm gonna try and be the best host.
You're a Jew.
I'm a Jew.
You've
exactly.
always had experience.
I've always got experience. I've got it in my locker. So I'm gonna explain to the listeners what we've got planned for this podcast. Obviously, this first episode is probably going to be a bit longer than the rest because we've got to introduce ourselves and so on. But that's done now. So ideally, we do want most episodes to be about 25 minutes each, just so you guys can just listen to it while you're cooking, while you're doing your workout. Not that you lazy fuckers are doing that. Get active, man. Come on. We're going to do weekly episodes as well. Every week, we want to do an episode. And we want to have weekly guests on as well. It can be anyone, really. It can even be some of the listeners. Who knows? We're going to be uploading these on Spotify and YouTube. And who knows what's going to happen to the YouTube channel after lockdown ends. We might have a couple videos.
We'll see what happens, innit?
We'll see, man. We'll see. Is everyone ready to get into the questions?
Yeah, first question, B.
First
I'm
question.
ready to embarrass myself.
You're ready, yeah? You're ready to embarrass yourself. Good, man. The first question we've got here is, right... What is you guys' favourite / most interesting conspiracy theory?
Bermuda Triangle.
The triangle? What triangle?
The Bermuda Triangle. You don't know about
the Bermuda Triangle. Nah, it's your accent, bro. It's your accent. What?
Shut up.
Right, tell us about the Bermuda Triangle then. Go on.
Bro, I have no idea what it is. I think it's so dumb, yeah? How you're telling me your plane goes through it, yeah? The things just disappear, man, and people are telling me they can't find it. Bro, that don't make sense, bro. You know, I got told. You know, I got told time ago, bro. I was dying, bro.
What is it? What?
My friend's mum, told me, that a scientist went there and, like, dived at the bottom of the ocean, like, close, nowhere near close to the ocean, but, like, dived down, and he saw a giant eye. Like, he was a mad scientist, and he saw a giant eye, bro, like a giant. I was thinking, what?
Did they do...
People believe this stuff, though. That's the thing.
Did they do a drug test on him? Just a question.
Well, he was probably on crack, but people believe this shit, innit?
Bro, that is mad.
People believe that 5G is the cause of corona.
That's what I wanted to get onto. What do you lot think about that? What do you lot think about that 5G coronavirus stuff?
It don't make sense.
I'd like to see more info on it before making a judgment.
Dominic's on the
5G,
fence.
bro.
It seems a bit mad.
That's like, I don't know, man. A whole, mobile networks are causing this fucking disease, bro. Some people are saying it's like radiation from the 5G towers. It's not even
what? Big up T-Mobile causing coronavirus.
No, but you know what it is? If you scream that and you then go on like a tanning bed or some shit, what's that about?
That's what I mean. Like, you're talking about radiation. These times you're trying to blacken yourself, in the fucking tanning bed, bro. You're trying to.
People are burning these towers, you know.
I know. I heard they're getting vandalized.
Bro, like, what the fuck are people doing?
These towers aren't cheap as well.
Bro, I'm telling you. Do you know what
Bro,
it is? it might all just be a big conspiracy. This 5G, coronavirus, Kim Jong-un is dead, all of that, man. It's all connected.
He's alive. He's alive.
Yeah, I heard
He
he's
beat
alive.
the gulag.
He's in the gulag. He beat the
He
gulag.
beat the gulag.
Bro, he beat the gulag,
He
bro. This
fully
guy
beat
is
the
alive
gulag.
still
He
from that
beat
heart.
the gulag.
He beat
Oh
the
my
gulag.
days.
Do you know what it is? I don't know how Boris, fucking Kim Jong-un, they all beat... I know they didn't spawn with a pistol. They definitely spawned with a shotgun. Facts.
Oh no, Mom's alive. He had the shotgun in it. He had that rapid fire.
Yeah, trust
Yo,
me.
he had
Sally,
that
get
one,
the
yo.
shotgun.
They got the shotgun, bro. Kim Jong Un, yeah, is gonna, bro. If he's gonna run the world one day, bro, that guy is tapped.
Trust me, fam. It's that
Yeah,
trim
I
though.
don't
Wha-
think-
Like he's
I don't
got
think
such
Trump's
a
gonna have it. You know?
he's got such a Western trim
Innit?
for someone who
Trump's
hates
shook.
the West.
Trump is shook.
Trump is definitely shit. I'm telling you, it's the battle of the trims, man. Trump has got a
Battle
shit
of the
trim,
Trumps.
but you'd expect
Bro,
them to have opposite trims, don't you think? Like you'd think, why does Kim Jong Un have such a Western trim, but Donald Trump has got one B Tech?
Bro, Kim Jong Un has a high top. What's going on?
Trust me, bro. I don't like, bro.
Bro.
Donald Trump needs to go Turkey, get that hairline fixed. I'm telling you, man.
Bro, he needs to get it redone, bro. He's orange as fuck. Flirts with his daughter. I don't even know what to say about that guy, bro.
That is
He is
redneck
tapped.
living, fam. I'm
He's
not
a
involved.
redneck, bro.
I'm not involved, me personally.
Yo, trust me, like, Dominic's gonna win with the Team GB, get a gold medal, and go meet him. You're most likely to meet him,
He's gonna shake his hand.
bro. Mum's life. If it came to it, Dominic would shake his hand and take the medal. He would do it. Tell me you would do it.
Trust
Tell me
me.
you would do it, Dominic.
No,
Dominic's got to be careful, you know, because this could go to British gymnastics. Don't think I won't send it, Dom. I'll tell them
Mum's
about your
life.
plan to assassinate them.
don't do that.
Bro, there's so many conspiracy theories that are just like, none of them have been proven out there. They're just dumb. Like, it don't make sense.
Bro, there's
The Earth is flat.
That one
That was
pisses
funny.
me off the most. That one pisses me off. I actually get triggered. I won't lie.
Only grade
Wait,
on
hold on. Is the Earth not flat?
Oh my god. Is the
Dominic.
Earth not flat?
Is the
The
Earth
Earth is not flat.
No, I'm sorry to break it to you, Dom. I know because you do your flips and that. You think it's the flatness of the
It's
Earth.
not.
It's not flat, bro. Mum's life. The Earth, only grade on here. When you're at the pub at Wetherspoons and having a drink and you're having an intellectual conversation with someone, you get a grade on coming up to you behind you, like, yeah, the Earth is flat, you know? It's not. It's not.
It's the brothers with
But
no
you will
teeth.
agree
innit?
with them just so they can go away.
That's what I mean, innit? You're scared they're gonna take you into their van after, so you're like, yeah. The brothers with no teeth, the Jeremy Kyle dons, I'm telling you, man. They love it. The Earth is flat.
Life.
You can literally see the curvature of the Earth when you go up to space. So I don't know why I'm going for that. I don't know how they can explain that. On up to space,
Innit?
sorry, in a plane, innit?
Mum's life, yo. The conspiracy theories in this world, yeah, don't even make sense. I don't know one for them. They don't know who comes up with them.
I don't.
Like,
Look,
oh,
people have time.
remember Area 51 where people tried to Naruto?
Oh,
run
the
to it because they
Naruto
thought
run.
aliens-
Yeah.
Oh,
That was
Bro,
funny,
remember
man.
that.
That was gonna get people killed, man. Man said they were gonna charge it. They
Bro.
think Naruto run
Innit?
can outrun bullets.
if you cross that line, they'll kill you. They don't
Trust
care.
me, fam. They were
Yeah.
that was pre-Gulag times. That was BCG or something before Gulag, innit? Like,
Mum's
so
life.
you couldn't actually respawn.
Nah,
you know what I mean?
do you know what it is? Did you not play GTA San Andreas?
Yes.
Yeah.
You know when it got to like the mission where you had to enter, where you had that sort of Area 51,
Oh yeah,
and you
bro.
had to stay out the spotlight,
Yeah, bro. If they
and then
do
you got
it,
caught in that spotlight on site.
bro, Mum's life, bro. If you get caught in that block, yeah, trying to look for aliens thinking you're smart, and that, you will get killed. They will fucking come out like Warzone and drill you off. No armored plates,
Trust me, you
Fuck off,
can't
none
play
of
it
that.
up. You can't play it up.
bro.
On a serious
Yo,
question, though, do you guys actually believe there's aliens in Area 51?
Yeah.
Fair enough. Dominic, what do you
You
think?
know why I do?
Listen,
You know why I
bro.
do? Because they send so many messages out to different planets and that's a hidden place. Unless it's either got mad weapons or it's got something there they don't want it to see. And obviously they're not going to tell us because look when they told us about coronavirus, people are rushing for tissues and that, and selling out tissues. Bro,
Tissues,
imagine
that's
if they told us it's aliens about. What we're gonna do then?
Yeah,
We're gonna
that's true.
panic.
That's a good point. Actually. That's true.
They
Joe
don't need to tell
sounds
us
like he sounds like a 5-year-old with a crayon. Like there's either weapons or aliens in Area 51. I'm not sure. I kind of
that's
agree
fine.
with you on that one though. I don't know what they're keeping secret. I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's aliens for like. I don't want people to start thinking I'm Piers Morgan and that some crazy white guy. But Yeah, man. Our next question is: do girls or boys cheat more? What do you guys think?
Controversial.
Controversial.
Girls cheat more, friends.
I'm gonna go with Joe
Say
on
it
this one.
straight up.
Yeah. I'm gonna go with Joe on this one, man. Girls cheat more, man. And I think this is something I remember telling you this a while back, Dom. I think when you're younger and like everyone's like, "Oh, boys are trash, girls are trash." Like I think the difference between boy trash and girl trash is that men are sort of linear with their trash. Man's going all mathematics on this shit, fam. Hypothesis and that. Boys are more linear with their trash. They'll just pretend they like you, do whatever with you, and then cut you off. Whereas girls, they're like sly about things. They like to cut corners. They like to go around a shortcut and that. Like they don't really tell you when they're sort of being trash in it. Like they're very sly about things, man. I think they cheat more, definitely, 100%.
You know what it is with girls? When they cheat, when a boy cheats, he's cheating with a girl just to bust his nut, just to fuck in it. That's all it is.
More time.
Hypothetical. When a girl cheats, though, it's they don't fuck no one unless they have an emotional, even the smallest bit attachment.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's different because when they're getting beat, they're getting something put in them. You know, them one is weird, and they're having an emotional depth. They're emotionally liking boys. They're just like, it is what it is, and then we'll go about our business.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Those are worse, bro.
It's funny though because I have like obviously quite a lot of male friends in it, but I do have like female friends. Obviously the gymnastics world and all that. But I'm trying to think of how many. Obviously, I've heard of girls getting cheated on. I've heard of that a lot in my own circles and whatnot. But I haven't heard a lot of boys being cheated on ever in my life, you know. Like, in my own circles. Like, I'm trying to think of how many.
When a girl cheats, it's painful, bro. It's
painful. I'm saying, there's pain.
When a boy cheats, it's just like, yo, we didn't like the girl, we're just beating. It is what it, you know, them ones. It's just a beat. Most of the time.
100%.
Nah, it's sticky. Like, I know a girl that cheated on a guy with another girl.
What?
Yeah, that's a whole different stuff. Would you guys?
Sticky, innit?
Can I ask you?
Wait, hold on. I've got a question. Is that less painful?
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah. Would you rather like your girl's gonna cheat on you or she has cheated on you? Would you rather it's with another boy or another girl, or would it be equal? Like, would it bother you the equal amount?
It would hurt me more, bro.
What, with a girl or a
boy?
boy?
It would hurt you more.
Yeah, because think about it. You're telling me a thing that doesn't even have a piece is better than me. Oh, God.
Oh, bro. She connects with her on a different level emotionally.
Man? It's 2020, Joe. Equality and that, man. They can be in the group.
Nah, bro, it's sticky. That's painful.
See, that's interesting because I've never met someone who says a girl cheating with a girl is worse. I always thought me personally, I share the opinion that if my girl was to cheat, it'd hurt more if it was with a boy. Like, I've been cheated on. I know what it's like. Like, it's pretty shit, innit?
Right, tell us a story.
The story. You want to hear the story? This one's a bit like controversial, and I want you lot to tell me what you think because technically it wasn't cheating, and I'll explain to you lot why. Yeah. So this was basically, I mean, who knows? The girl in question could probably be listening. This was with an ex-girlfriend of mine that I went out with when I was like from 13 to about 17. I know Dominic knows this story, but you know. You'll hear it again, bitch.
Yeah.
So this girl, let's call her.
This girl came round my house with Edgar.
She had Auntie Gladys's jollof, man. She ate Auntie Gladys's jollof. She just slapped the plate out of her hand, fam. Stupid, yeah.
Oh no.
So this girl, anyway, let's call her Jessica, yeah. So Jessica, me and Jessica, we had an argument one time. So we were like, you know, the typical, like, this was when I was like 16 or something. So the typical, like, yeah, fuck you, whatever. I'm not speaking to you. Boom. So we're like, cool. We're not speaking to each other. So a week passes. We haven't spoken to each other. And then I pop up to her one day and I'm like, you know, when you're young, you argue, you don't speak. You're like, cool. Let me pop up to her. I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I miss you. Let's meet up. Let's talk, innit? Let's obviously just trying to sort things out. We're going to get back together in my head, like, cool, whatever. So this was long distance. She lived all the way in Sunderland, which is like near Newcastle. I live in London, innit? So it's quite far away. But she happened to be coming down to London the next week with her family because she had family that lived down south. So I was like, cool, we'll meet up then. We'll discuss. She was like, yeah, cool, 100%. Like, miss you, whatever, blah blah blah. Cool. So I leave it at that. I thought whatever. We didn't have to talk every day, innit? So the next day, we're 17 at the time, but she goes out. She gets into a club. She got a fake ID or something. I don't know. I don't really know the details. She didn't tell me she was going out because we're not really like talking every day like that. And then I see on her story, her Instagram story, she's out with like a couple guys, like bearded guys, innit? Obviously at the time we're 17. My beard hadn't started sprouting yet, so I'm thinking like, how old are these youths, innit? Who are these men, innit? So I messaged her. I'm like, yo, like you went out last night. What did you do? Who was that? She was moving a bit weird about it. She was like, oh, I don't really want to talk about it.
What is red flags?
Red flags, isn't it?
No.
Red flags. I
Red
was like,
flag.
that's
Red
what I was
flags,
thinking in
though.
my head. I was like, shit, like, what does that mean? So I was like, oh, so what did you do? This and that, blah, blah, blah. She was like, yeah, just went out, got a bit drunk. And I went back to my friend's house. I was like, oh, cool, what friend? And then this is when the alarm bell started ringing because she said to me this person's name, right? Let's call this person Bob, yeah? His name's Bob. But his real name, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it sounded like a feminine name, so I wasn't too sure. So I was like, is Bob a girl or a boy? She was like, it's a boy still. And then it clicked in my head. I recognized the name. I was like, wait, shit, that's your ex from like when you were younger, before she dated me. This was her ex. I remember the name. I was like, fuck, she's gone to her ex's house. She's drunk. It's a boy. What happened? I just asked her straight up, like, what did you do anything? Like, what happened? She was like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
Bear in mind, yeah, that we are like 16 at this time, so really we're not even drinking like that.
Not at all.
But it's all right.
If you are good. Yeah, I know Dominic's parents are listening. That's why he's saying that, fam. We're not meant to be drinking.
Context you like this, like how unnecessary all these habits were, but it's all right. Maybe it's just the athlete lifestyle we talking. Maybe it's boring.
Probably.
I don't know.
It's that six pack talking, Dominic.
No.
So anyway, yeah,
Sticky, though.
it is very sticky. I ask her straight up. I'm like, did you fuck him? And she tells me straight up, yeah, I did. So yeah, that was the first time though. That was the first time. There's more, fam. There's more. So that
You're
happened.
a mug.
I am a mug, but I was 16 at the time.
Nah, man, he was a young guy, man.
I was a young boy. I was a young Jewish boy with my glasses and my
He's a young
curls.
boy, fam.
Yeah, so obviously after that, we kept talking for a couple months, and we were like, sweet, we're gonna see each other one last time before we end everything, innit? So she's gonna come up to my house for one last time. But the week before this, she had like a volunteer camp or something. I don't know, some vegan stuff. I don't know, that she was helping out with. And
That sounds horrible.
I'm telling you, bro, I don't know what it was. It was some volunteering thing. Good for her, innit? But
Wait, hold on. What was it? A vegan camp?
I don't know what it was. It was like when they help. I don't know. They run activities for kids or something. I don't really know what it was. So carrots, son. I don't know what it was, but it was just a thing, innit? And I'll give it to you. Long story short, innit? She basically met another guy there. She didn't tell me about him, and they went on a night out the night before she was meant to come to my house. So this was literally a couple hours before she was sleeping in my blood clot bed. All right.
Yeah.
She went and got dicked down by this other guy, basically.
Oh,
Did you beat it though?
I'm not gonna lie, I did, but only because.
Oh!
Wait.
Double dipping.
Wait.
Yeah.
Man thinks this is Doritos, bro. Nah, do you know why though? It's because I didn't know at the time that she had gone and
I would have
beat him.
punched her up, man. I would have gave her herpes, man. She needs to go. Oh, are you mad?
No,
Yo,
I had no idea. To be fair, I had no idea.
No, he didn't know.
I didn't
It's
know.
not as if she told him,
She didn't tell
and then
me,
he just
yeah.
said,
Oh,
Do
okay.
you want to know how I found out? Actually, it's quite an interesting story. So 2 weeks after she came to mine, she messaged me on Facebook after I blocked off everything and was like, Ed, I'm not gonna lie, like I feel so guilty. I got to get it off my chest. I did like meet this boy and I kissed him the day before I came to yours. I was like, yeah, sure, you only kissed him, whatever. She was like, no, I swear, I only kissed him. I was like, okay, cool, see you later, bye. Then 2 years later, right? This was just the end of last year. We're kind of cool now. We're just friends, I suppose. And I went up to see her just to chill, whatever. Like we just chilled together, whatever. And she actually finally admitted to me that I did fuck him the night before I came to yours.
Oh, Jesus.
I didn't feel away about it because after so long, it's just like, all right, cool, sweet.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
But yeah, that's the story, man. Yeah, that's
Bro.
pretty much it. I don't know.
That is horrible. Nah, it's never been worse than what I've experienced, bro.
What happened?
Alright, so...
This feels like Alcoholics Anonymous, bro. Fucking hell.
Bro, alright, what should we call this? I'll call this girl, I don't know.
Josephine.
Nah, fuck off. I'll call this girl, Bad B Cinderella,
Alright.
Yeah. Cinderella the baddest,
Say no more.
Alright, Beverly the baddest. So, Beverly, I'm with this. I'm not even with her yet. We're just doing our thing, innit? But she's telling people we're together, innit? So I've not denied it. I've just said, alright, cool. You know, them ones. So, I'm at her house and that we're chilling, this and that. My garms are there, you know, the ones just staying over a lot, you know, them ones, So, we've had an argument,
Mm-hmm.
We've not spoke for like, not even, 24 hours. I'll even say 24 hours, on the dot. So basically, I've gone to a party, innit?
Mm-hmm.
And I've been, because I'm that type of person where I've argued with you. I'm a soft guy, bro. You get me? I'll be like, all right, I feel bad, let me just pull up to the crib, see what she's saying, you get me? You get me? Because, it's her crib, innit? She can't, like, what's going to happen, I pulled up to the crib, and I'm with two of my boys, because we always go there, innit? Like, we just chill there, innit? And basically, you can't, oh my God. It's one of them houses, where it's got 2 floors. So the top floor is for the other people to live in, like the neighbours. And then she's got the bottom floor, like the house. So it's like a house turned into a flat or whatever, innit? So, man's like a kind of maisonette kind of thing. Them ones. So, man's walking down the street, and the downstairs window, because you can see right through that shit. Because she didn't have curtains there yet. She just moved in, innit? So I was like, all right, cool. Bright light on, so I'm like, she must be in then. Say no more. Let me go see what she's saying. Man's walked there, with 2 of my brethren. Oh, bro. Wallahi, astaghfirullah, bismillah.
Wallahi.
Bro,
this is sounding like...
Man's gone there, and I've looked through the window. A bright light is beaming at me. What? I'll give you 2 guesses. What do you think I've seen?
A bright light is beaming at you.
Yeah, I've looked through so her light is on in the house, So and I've seen through her window, you can see through. I've seen.
I don't know.
Bro, I seen a condom on the floor,
Oh,
my man's there, and she sat on her chair, no pants on, no nothing.
Oh.
So, and they're watching TV, fam. So
they get comfortable. They're getting the Netflix out.
Comfortable.
Amazon Prime.
Man's just, you know what I've done? Because me, I'm a dickhead as well with it. I'm fully with it. See me, If you hear me, I'll be like, all right, cool. Let me just make this fun. Let's make a joke out of this. Mm-hmm. So I just went on a window, and them two just look back, bro. They looked into my eyes, and 2 of my boys who just walked up beside me, and they seen all 3 of us. My man has looked at me and just thought, shit. She looked at me and just said, it's not what it looks like. Fam, exactly what
does it look like?
Exactly.
what else?
Someone try and explain that to me.
Bro, am I a dickhead, bro?
He's just helping me with some coursework.
I was breastfeeding.
Fam, I just walked. She didn't even open the door, So I just climbed through that window nicely. I just said, get out of the house, my man. Got out of the house. And I just said to her, are you mad? You're nuts. Well, I packed my things up and let's go. Yo, man just got my tops and left the yard. You get me? Bro.
How long ago was this, bro?
Yo, this was like a year ago. You know them girls? I'm sorry. Fuck off, man.
Oh, that is
got me mad. I'm like, bro, you had this nigga on speed dial. Fuck off. Fuck off. Even I'm not that quick.
She was like, did somebody say just eat?
Somebody say just eat. Somebody say just eat.
Yo,
man.
Deliveroo on speed dial.
Trust me, that is funny. That is funny. To be fair,
That
at least
is too funny.
you can look back and laugh at it now. Do you know what?
So
This
what?
is
So that's 2 examples from you both of girls cheating.
exactly, and I'm
That's
not
mad.
trying to be biased or anything, but I heard no story yet about a man cheating on a girl. So, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have any of my? I do know a couple.
Here's a story, yeah. Here's controversial, yeah. I had an ex thing, yeah, like 3 years ago, 3 years ago, yeah. It was like 16. When we went together, I did my thing with another girl. Well, I never actually beat the other girl or did anything. I just like, did the little finger thing, you get me? Right. I tried to make it PG, but it just wasn't gonna be PG. It was gonna sound so mad.
You did a thing.
Yeah.
I did a thing, yeah.
You didn't do the full thing, but you
fed
did
the pony, innit? You fed the pony.
Yeah, I fed the pony, yeah. Well, we've already said it now.
Yeah, I don't know why I
basically,
It's already been said.
You were saving it.
Basically, yeah.
I need to, bro. When I broadcast this, I need to state over 18s only.
Nah, the youngers need to learn, man.
They don't.
Uncle Joe, man, Uncle Kosan.
Yeah. So basically, yeah, I just fed the pony in it, and this person I fed the pony is when I've gotten back with my girl, yeah. Because I didn't tell her that I did this, but we worked together for like a week, so it wasn't cheating. I didn't need to tell her. You get me? She didn't ask, so I didn't need to tell her. So basically, yeah, she's going around telling people that she's my girl. I'm like, whoa, yo, how can this thing I fed the pony to say that she's my girl and get me in so much trouble, bro? Fam, I didn't cheat, yeah, but now everyone thinks I cheated. You get me? Now I'm the bad guy. Bro, it's sticky out here, man. It's sticky. And after she heard that, yeah, when we broke up again, my brother caught her in town with another man, going cinemas. You get me? You know when a man takes a girl to cinemas, you know what's happening?
Oh, if they're in the backseat, then boy.
Bro.
Bit of a sticky.
Oh, yo, can I tell you one more story, yeah?
Oh, God, tell us.
Yo, Ed, you could choose to chop and cut which story you want, yeah? Fam. So we got one more guy, yeah? Let's call her Tanisha. Yeah, we'll call her Tanisha, yeah?
Okay, Tanisha. Nice.
Yo, can we get a Tanisha, guys?
Tanisha.
Yes. Tanisha. So this guy, yeah, can see me in the shops. You get me? You know them one. You know them people that you speak to in like a party and that, but you don't really know them that too tough. You just say a hi and bye. Them ones. Yeah. So this girl, I've been a hi and bye to this girl time ago, yeah. And she's been like, she was just hi and bye to me and like, we're just speaking. And at the end of the shops, yeah, she just like, can you walk me home? And I was like, what? Alright, cool. Because we're just like, I was like, oh, alright, say no more. Never did I know that this girl was feeling me, yeah. And she was nice too. You know that one, she's nice. But I didn't do a CRB check, you get me? I didn't do the check.
That's a new news.
Nah.
That's a schoolboy error.
Schoolboy
error.
So round. So
you know what that's like? That's like cheating on your homework and not putting in the working out.
Trust me,
you know what I'm saying?
Mum's
Just
life.
put the right answer.
Mum's life, bro. Like, yeah. So basically, yeah, I've just walked her home, been nothing but friendly, said I'll shouted her, and then give it a couple days. I'm mashing it now, innit? But she's told me she's got a man after I've done all that. And I'm like, rah, okay. Then she's telling me she's got feelings for man. I'm like, rah, okay. But never do I know, a couple of my next circle have already mashed it. Bro, because she's nice, I've been seeing out to it. I'm not even been like done my checks and that. Bro, to this day, yeah, I've done my checks, cut it off, done my thing, yeah, just cut it off and that. And I'm hearing like the man she cheated on with, yeah. Oh, I can't even say this, can I?
Say it.
This is hot. This is hot.
Say it. I'll cut it. So, next question, Mandem. We have a question here. What is your funniest rejection story? Like getting rejected by a girl. Dominic, do you wanna take the floor?
Oh, rejection. Oh, God.
gonna lie, I'm thinking of, because obviously no one's just been rejected once in their life. Of course, people.
Of course not.
But there's one that springs to mind.
Share with us.
Okay, so here we go. Right, so this girl, obviously no name dropping.
No name dropping. No.
But this girl has been blowing up on the gram recently. Okay, she's been shouted out by meme pages. You might have seen her tweets like get retweeted and get like hella retweets and all that stuff. Yeah, very good looking girl. Very, very good looking girl. Bengali, I think she was Bengali.
Bengali.
Obviously no name dropping, so we're gonna call her Sarah. We're gonna call her Sarah.
Sarah.
We're gonna call her Sarah.
Sarah.
That's it.
Say no more.
So I remember, like end of 2018, yeah. So I'm gonna take you through the whole backstory, innit? End of 2018, yeah. I've gone up to I've gone up to Birmingham for my boy's 18th. So we've had a good night. Went to the Bamboo Bar, sick night, everything blessed. A couple days later, he's added me, him, and this girl into a GC. And then I was like, what's going on here? And then basically he's baiting the girl out and basically said, oh, Dom, this girl's onto you. And then he basically just left the GC. And then it was a bit awkward, but then I just added her snap and we just started chatting, innit? So everything's been good, talking, even like called her, had phone calls, like we were having phone calls kind of regularly. Everything was blessed. Right, this is the twist. The man them have always said, Dommy, why do you always go for girls that are far away from you? This girl was from Birmingham, man them.
Okay.
This girl's from Birmingham. Obviously, it's my boy's friend, innit? So she's from Birmingham. She's from those ends as well. So we have to get to a stage where you can't just. There's only so much you can do with technology. You need to actually see each other and go on a date and see what's popping, innit? So now I've agreed to go meet her in Birmingham. Boom, paid for my ticket. My ticket was like £20. It only cost £20 to get to Birmingham, so it weren't too bad. But still, like when I get to the end, hey, the worst £20 I ever spent. So boom, right. So obviously I've got myself looking good. Got wearing whatever jeans, t-shirt, trainers, whatever, wearing whatever in it. Got on the train now, yeah. This is a long trek because I lived in Hounslow them times. So I had to travel from Hounslow all the way back to like into sort of main London, central London, like South London, Euston, and then take the train from Euston all the way up to Birmingham, innit? That whole journey took me like 3 hours? That journey was the longest, like one of the longest journeys I've ever been on in terms of like delay, like because the train got delayed because a madness happened on the track. I had to phone her and be like, oh, I'm not gonna lie, I'm running a bit late, but I'm gonna be there like sort of like as soon as I can. And she was like, oh,
you were sweating at that point, innit? You were thinking, oh shit.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie, I was sweating because like even though it's not my fault, you don't want to be late, innit?
No, it's true. First impressions. Plus, if the girl was paying, you're probably thinking.
But it's not my fault, innit? And bear in mind, this girl is. I'm not gonna lie, I don't hold any bitterness in my heart. She still follows me on Instagram. Everything is blessed. Do you know what I'm saying?
She might be listening.
And she's still a good-looking girl. I'm not one of those guys that are like, oh, she's ugly. I didn't even find her attractive anyway.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm not one of them haters. She's a very, very good-looking girl. Got there now. Hug. Everything's blessed. I've got myself wardrobe. I'm feeling myself. You get me? Like I'm feeling good.
You got the chinos on. You get me? The cling film jeans. Tight.
Cling film jeans?
Yeah, I know you wear them tight jeans, bro.
Bro, I don't wear cling film. My legs are too big for that. I got athlete legs.
Not even,
bro.
I
ain't got no skinny boy legs.
Your
I've
jeans
got athlete legs,
are
bro.
so tight, we can tell what religion you are. I'm telling you, bro.
Come on, I don't wear those. If slim jeans come out quite tight on me, it's because my legs are big, innit? What can I say?
The athlete legs.
Right. So, gone to the restaurant now. In fact, no, even before we went to the restaurant, we were kind of walking and talking, as you do, because she checked me at the station, went to the pizza. Well, no, I'm not going to say the restaurant. Went to the restaurant. And as we've been walking, like she's gone on her phone a couple times. And at first I was like, oh, okay, I'm not really liking that. You're on a date. You shouldn't really be on your phone on a date. But it is what it is. So we've gone and sat down now. And straight away, she's ordered a drink. Bear in mind...
Liberties, bruv.
how old I was 18. She was younger than me. She said she's a year younger than me.
Wow. She's looking for a sugar daddy and that.
Not even, bro. It's only a year, bro. Not even, bro. So yeah, she's ordered the drink now. The guy, she's even brought out a fake, her friend's ID, showed the guy the ID, got the drink. Obviously, I said to myself, I'm staying sober, I'm chilling, I'm not doing anything, I'm calm. And then, like, she's literally, like, drunk it so quick and ordered the next thing. I was like, yo, what's going on here? And I'm like, it's like slowly, the meter inside my brain, the alarm meter was just rising, innit? And then what happened was she went to the toilet and she was gone for like a while. She was gone for a while, and then she came back and she was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna lie. I've been like messaging like my friend. A madness has happened with my ex. Her ex had said so and so, or she'd found out so and so about ex. I can't remember all the details. But yeah, basically she just went through a bit of a madness in it. And I was like, obviously I'm like, really? The one day where you just need to be focused on somebody, you just focus on the guy that's even in your past, you know what I'm saying? So it was all mad. But obviously I'm trying to just keep calm, keep the date going, cool. She's gone to the toilet again, this time for like 10 minutes. Like 10, 15 minutes. It was a long time, bro. I was on my phone chilling at the table. Like, this is after we'd finished like eating.
Did you go and knock? Excuse me.
What, on the toilet? What?
You never know.
Do
That could have been. She could have just been coming up with it. She could have just been taking a really massive shit.
I doubt it.
You never know. The alcohol could have got to her brain.
I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it. But then basically she said, she's on her phone with her friend. Like she even said, go toilet if you need to. Like telling me, I was like, what?
Help yourself, innit? Like, go if you. Right, fair enough.
Oh my days, it was crazy, man. So now we've gone out, walked around a little bit more, gone into like a little. I think it was like a Miller and Carter, and we just got like a drink or whatever.
So did you say Miller?
Shut up.
It's a triple double flip, double split. What is that? What's Miller and Carter? What is that? Is that a bar or?
Yeah, it's like a steakhouse, like stroke bar kind of thing.
Right.
Just spoken there a little bit more. Bear in mind, she's still going on her phone like every few minutes or so, and it's just bare jarring, innit? Come to the end of the date now. Obviously, the date has pretty much been a disaster. Like, it had decent bits of conversation from time to time, but for the amount of effort I put in, it was a disaster.
That's what I wanted to ask. Was the like when you were talking, was the conversation flowing or was it? Kind of
it was alright. You know, it was alright. It was actually alright. Like when we actually got down to it, it was actually alright. But like the stop-start, she was just on a mad thing, bro.
So wait, so you went and did all this. Then what? You dropped her off to the train station. Did you get a little kiss or anything?
So I'm gonna get to that. So we got to the train station now, and I was like, so what are we doing? What's going on? Like, do you want to try this again when you're less traumatized?
I said traumatized.
Like, what are we doing? And she was like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I'm ready. I thought I was. I'd like it if we could be friends. Gunshot to the heart.
Ooh.
Gunshot to the heart. Do you know why? Because I feel like I said, when we actually got down to the nitty gritty, it was alright. But her ex was living in that head rent free. Do you know what I'm saying?
Trust me, not the ones
living in that head rent free. And then obviously I've had to be like, it is what it is. It is what it is. Like I have to take it on the chin. It's a big punch on the chin, but I've got to take it on the chin. Gone in for the pity hug.
The pity. Oh man, give it a name.
You know when the hug is a pity hug.
No,
like, when it's just like it's a hug with like no emotion. It's just like I'm sorry hug. You know what I'm saying?
You get 3 taps on the back, and then it's like
Cheers. And I remember thinking to myself, bro, and bear in mind, the madnesses with the trains were still going on. I said to myself, bro, I am getting on the first train. I don't care what train I booked. I'm getting on the first train. I'm sitting down, I'm going home. It took me like, bro, I left Birmingham at like, what time was it? It was like 8 o'clock, half 8.
I remember this day. I remember
I spoke to you on the train home, bro.
You spoke to me on the phone and I was very excited. I was like, how'd it go?
It was mad.
And then you were like, Well, you explained. I don't.
Bro,
really
this
say
disaster,
something,
straight up disaster.
Yeah.
So gone home now. Literally took me about 3 and a bit hours to get home. The longest journey of my flipping life. And bear in mind, I was pissed as well. So 3 hours felt like 3 days.
You
Do
were
you know what I'm
deep in
saying?
life, bro. What? Can I just ask? What kind of music were you playing on the train journey home? Was it sad songs? Were you looking out the window with the raindrops?
I was definitely looking out the window. I'm not sure what kind of songs I was playing, but I was 100% looking out the window. I might have played some games on my phone to take my mind off it or some shit.
That is funny, man.
And then I've gotten home now. Bear in mind, this girl knows I've come from London. Didn't even message me until like the day after to check that the kid had gotten home. Do you know?
Right, so you had to message her like, yeah, I got home all right. Cheers.
No, not even. She did message me in the end, but I was just like, when what happened was wait, what happened? She sent me a message when I first got on the train. Said, message me when you get home.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, cool. And then I must, to be honest, in my like my mistake, I must have forgotten to message her when I got home because I was thinking, why haven't I heard from her? And then I heard from her. I was like, what the fuck? Like, it's been like 3 days, didn't even message me. I forgot to message you, didn't even message. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bruv, all I'm saying is that all that shit, it's like going to Disneyland and then finding out it's closed. That is so peak. You went all the way to Birmingham just for it to end like that. I mean, I had a question for you. I can't remember what it was. It slipped my head. Yeah, would you consider sort of, I don't want to say rekindling things, but rekindling things with this girl? Like, would you consider trying again?
Looks wise, 100.
Is it?
100. She's a good looking girl, but
fair enough.
like, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this experience might pop into my head, but maybe, do you know what? Maybe it was just fate. Like, I just caught the wrong day. It wasn't my day.
Maybe,
and
man. That's what I mean.
What happened, didn't it?
Wrong
so
time.
I don't think it would be fair to say absolutely not. But whether I would actually go to message her, because I've still got a number and her snap and shit. Whether I would actually go to message her, I don't think I would.
Fair enough, man.
Especially now that she's bait as hell as well.
Yeah, there's gonna be hella guys.
I might just get lost in them DMs.
Hella guys in the DMs. And I mean, I don't know.
To be fair, I do have a number though, so that's it. But she could have changed it.
She could have changed it. It's true. I don't know this girl personally. Obviously, you do. I don't know. Another thing is, I don't know, when people get famous sort of on social media, their ego tends to change and so on. So you never know as well. She could just kind of be like one of them girls that's just like, nah, G. Get out my DMs, fam. Who knows, man? Who knows? It's a good story, though. I enjoyed that story.
It's a very, I'm not gonna lie, painful at the time, but obviously I look back on it, I just laugh now, and it is what it is.
It's funnier because she's semi-famous now, like she's kind of big. That's
bro, like I say, I guarantee you, man, if you go on her page, I guarantee you at least 3 of your guys will follow
100%,
her. I guarantee
100%.
I guarantee it.
I see a couple culprits on there. Certain people liked by
hey,
and others.
Edgar, stop it.
Nah,
but that's probably the most embarrassing one. That's the one that springs to mind immediately. I'll be real, it was peak. Painful, man. Painful.
It's painful. It's not as embarrassing. I had one in mind that's pretty embarrassing, but at the same time, it happened when I was bare young. So it's like I look back on it and I'm like, okay, it's embarrassing, but it happened when I was young. I'll tell you what it was. You'll probably get a good laugh out of it. So yeah. So my story, man, basically this starts all the way back in like year 8, I want to say. Year 9. It was right before I joined the school where I went to school with Dominic. So this happened on like my last term at that school because I already knew I was getting kicked out. They basically said you have to find another school. So I was already
Wait. Why was you getting kicked out?
Because I was a little shit, bro. I was a little shit back in the day. I went to a private school. I was a little shit. Like, I just caused too much trouble, fam. But not even like the good kind of trouble, like where you're class clown or something. Just being a little shit, innit? But that's a story for another day. So I already knew I was joining this new school. I already knew I was getting kicked out. So boom, there was this girl, in the year below that I had like the biggest crush on for time. I won't lie, it was quite embarrassing. Yeah, but year below, I was in year 9, she was in year 8. It's not that deep, bro. Whatever, like, is what it is.
Nah, that's not that deep. Yeah. It might seem mad at the time, but in the grand scheme of life,
it's really not that deep. It could be worse, fam. I could be Jimmy Savile, but I'm not. So you know. So basically, this girl, I fancied her for time, but everyone kind of knew about it. But you know, I wasn't a gallus like how I am now, innit? I was like,
Shut up, Edgar, man.
I was a little virgin kid back in the day. Like I didn't know what I was doing with girls, but everyone kind of knew about it. It's kind of public. So basically, my last day of term ever at this school was the 14th of February. Everyone knows what that day is. It's the day.
Yeah.
It's the day of love. You get me? So I was like, cool, sweet. I told my boy, my closest friend at the time, okay, cool. Everyone knows that this girl. I'm gonna do. She hasn't noticed me, so I'm gonna do something nice. It's my last day. It's Valentine's Day. So in the morning, I went to the shop. I bought 2 bars of Cadbury chocolate, the sweet chocolates, you know.
I went all out. You know how to treat a woman that day, yeah?
Trust me, fam. It was the start. It was the start, fam. Now I'm taking them gaucho. I'm joking. I'm not that rich. I'm not that rich. It's still to this day. It's still Cadbury. It's still 2 Cadbury, and that's it. So basically, yeah, I went to the shop. I got these chocolate bars, and I said to my boy, "Yo, bro, I'm gonna give her this chocolate. I'm really nervous. Like, you know, you were 9 at the time. I'm what, like 14."
You sound like you're about to lose your virginity. I'm gonna give her the chocolate.
Trust me, bro. So, yeah, I was like, cool. I'm gonna do it at lunchtime. So my boy, being the little shit that he told everyone, fam. This was a thing. This was like, yo, Edgar's gonna give this girl chocolate, fam. It's gonna be mad. World star, everyone. I'm just bait. Let's go downstairs and record it. So it comes to lunchtime, sorry. We start making our way through the corridors. I'm thinking like we're walking in slow motion. There's some next music coming out. I'm thinking, yeah, I got this in the bag. I'm doing it. So boom, go downstairs now. The girl's there with her friends. All the man them are there. Everyone's there. All the girls, everyone in my ear's there. Huge, like everyone's there. And I walk up to her. I'm like, yo, Bibs. I'm joking. I'm not like that. At the time, I'm a little virgin. So I'm like, I got you this chocolate. I don't know. I just gave her the chocolate.
Excuse me, miss. Can I give you this chocolate?
Can I give you this chocolate, please? Yeah, I gave her the chocolate, innit? And she looks at me and she's like, I can't accept this. I can't. She was like, I can't accept this. It's too nice.
Why?
She said it's too nice, as in,
she's
basically.
Mate, we have to get onto that one of these podcasts. I don't understand how girls can say a boy is too natural. That's another conversation. I like that. That's a good topic. Life, though.
We're gonna get onto that. But it's basically, she's basically saying it out of pity, like, it's too nice. I don't like you back. Sorry. I'm there in front of almost my whole year. Everyone is creasing, like absolutely dying. Everyone's screaming, like, bro. It was like them after school fights. You know them reactions there in front of everyone. My last day of term. The thing that people remember me by is the guy who gave the girl chocolate and she didn't accept it. Do you know what's worse? I was like, no, please take it. She took it and she gave it to some boy in her year.
She belongs to the streets, bro. Mama got recycled. Listen, King wasn't worth it, man.
I know, bro.
She weren't worth it.
I know. I got to pick up my crown, man, and put it on my head.
Pick up your crown, man.
Bro, it was so embarrassing. Everyone was there.
What did you do then? What did you do after that?
That's it. I gave one of them to her. She gave it to some boy, and I gave another one to some girl in my year who took it, and she was nice. She was just like, yeah, sorry about what happened, and yeah, just kept it stepping. And then I went to train in the mountains of Shanghai to become the absolute gallus that I am now.
Listen, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. That's the lesson.
It's true.
All of these stories. Life.
I've learned.
Don't kill you, makes you stronger.
Oh, bro, it definitely killed me a little bit inside. Joe, do you have any rejection stories for us?
Are you ready for it? Oh, here we go. Oh, right.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let me just sip my juice. I'm sipping my juice.
Alright, so how old was I? I was like 13, 13, innit? So what year is that? Is that like year 8?
Year 8, I think, yeah. Year 7 or 8.
So, alright, there was 13, year 8, man. Yeah, year 8, innit? So I was, there was an event called House versus Bashman, innit? In Manchester. This event is still, to this day, the best event I've ever been to in my life. They have every month they'll have like a part 1, part 2, and they'll bring in themes and stuff. It was the best party ever. Like all the oldest that I know now, everyone, their memories from there. You was a G if you went there. You was a dickhead if you missed out. Excuse my French, innit? But yeah, I was chatting to this girl. We just linked to each other from BlackBerry Messenger, innit? Not even that. Why am I lying? I was with BBM. Yeah, it was BBM times, innit? Mama had a BlackBerry Curve. I had the new one.
The BlackBerry Curve 88251, whatever it was called.
I had that, the 912.
The one with the
2766.
shiny outside.
Bro, I had the sickest one, yeah. But at this time, when I was 14, I wasn't like how I was now. I was a super nice guy, fucking ball head fade, and you know them ones. I didn't have the drip in it. I didn't have the sauce. I had the occasional ones, but not like that in it. Not like we are now in it, like the Jordan ones and that.
The Adidas Superstars in it. You had the Adidas Superstars.
Mum's lying. Yeah,
The feelings.
I was just below that level in it, and I was semi clapped. No, I was clapped. Yeah, just like I had nothing to me except like I was just a funny guy. Like
just funny.
Yeah. So
right, I think much changed then, innit?
Yo, I'm Peng. I got drip. I'm a rapper. You get me? Man's got bars.
I know H.
Yeah.
I know H.
Nah, I don't know who H is. Nah, yo. Basically, yeah. What is it now? I've seen her in town because we used to be them used to try catch girls pins in town. Like, yeah, we want your pin, this and that. You know them ones. We were leaks, bro. We were weirdos. We were weird kids. So basically, I got it in town. She gave it me. And she's a sweet one too. She was a lighty in that, bro. I was like,
right.
She was one of them lighties, big back, everything, bro. Damn. So the man them rated me. You see me? They rated my thing, yeah. And we were talking, and she told me she was going. The man them rated that she was going in it. So we've gone, yeah. We've seen her. I've seen him in the line in it because you have to line up for tickets in it. Linked her, chatting to her, this and that. The chat's going good. I'm in the shops, yeah. I'm whining with her and that, I'm dancing in front of all the man them. She even rejected some older guys and all these man, yeah. And then came up to me. And in it.
You must have felt like the man.
So I was the man. I left it, well, to the end, innit? I was the man, you get me? But the man, I was doing my thing. And then I left, yeah. The show just ended. We're talking. And then she's like, I'm going home. Oh, bro, this broke my heart, bro. There's man there behind me in the kebab shop and that. Everyone's there just chilling.
Yeah.
And then I've gone, all right. Because I thought, fuck being a bitch, innit? You shoot your shot, innit? You can, like, if you crash in bed, you crash in bed, innit?
Oh, no,
we all did it.
Sometimes you gotta play the long game, bro. You gotta, like, link her again and then, you know.
Yo, all I was gonna do was lip sync it. I was aiming for a lip sync. She moved, but she did the good lean. Yo, she did the good lean on me. So I was thinking, what? She tried swerving in for like swerving into it like to make another hug in it to make it like embarrassing.
No, in front of the kebab man, fam.
Bro,
I was like, do you want chili sauce with that rejection, bro?
Chicken.
Mum's life, yeah, bro. I felt like a dickhead, yeah. But you know what, yeah? It's alright because a couple years after that, I had seen her and she seen me dripped out. Man swerved it. Don't chat to me.
Yo! Now that is what I call a happy ending. That is what I call a happy ending.
Come back, king. Yo, man, but that night was embarrassing, though. It just taught me, yeah. These guys are like good boys. These dickheads. You're a dickhead, bro. You're a dickhead. What does it kill
like
you?
I said, bro, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. You see? Couple years later, you flipped it.
Exactly,
man.
Yo,
I love it. We love to hear it, man.
Bro, everybody gets rejected sometimes. All the rejections, yeah. They try. It's stupid when they see you with a new thing. They'll try to hit you up and that. But when they see you doing a little something, they'll, man, please, man. I don't want none of that. Mom's life. Girl only love you when you're shining, innit? When you got a new thing, they're like, I should have had you back then. You should have.
That's too fucking like that.
You should stick with that opinion, innit? Bro.
Yo, you still bitter about it or you let it go now?
I let it go because now she's alright, but like, my thing's better, you get me? What about you, Dominic? You telling me don't be hiding?
No, bro, I've told my story, bro.
Oh, yeah.
I've told my thing.
I wonder which story is the worst out of all of us. I think Ed's is.
Mine is
have to let us
bad.
know in the comments, innit? Let us know in the comments.
Let us know
in the comments.
I don't know. I think yours got a happy ending, Joe. Dominic, yours was like painful, but
mine was just painful. Do you know why as well? Because I'll be real. This girl is.
Yeah, she is. So.
Yeah.
Damn. You know who I'm talking about. You see her, innit? I'm showing you her, innit?
We all know who she is, man.
Obviously, no name drops, innit?
No name drops. Ooh! I've seen a couple guys liking her pics as well. No names. Right, that's our cue to move on to the next question. Anyway, so our last question, and I think this is my favorite question of the show, and I'm going to do a little competition at the end for the audience. This question is kind of more of a statement than a question, but this person has asked us about the difference in like our upbringing, all three of us, and like how playing out was for us when we were young, and just any funny school / growing up stories. Who wants to go first? Dominic, do you want to start us off?
Let me see. Hold on, 2 secs. I had some written down. So I'd say, but I'll go for a funny school story anyway. So everyone knows that year 11, like if your year 11 science lessons weren't lit, your school was just shit.
Come on.
Your school was just dead. Bro, those year 11 science lessons killed me. So, right, what happened was, there was one, I think this was like an intervention. This was like an after school session leading up to exams, innit? This is getting close to exam season. And everyone is still, you know, like this stat generation that me and Edgar were in, we were smart, but we used to just take the piss, innit? We just used to always just be messing around.
I was
but when
definitely
it came to crunch
clown.
time, we'd all get the job done. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. I was class clown, man.
Edgar was the biggest class clown ever. And you know what, yeah? And by the end of the story, you will see, yeah, I was the good boy, but I always used to get in trouble because I laughed at the wrong time.
We used to set you up, Dominic.
He set me up differently. So, right, this was one of the setups, innit? So, we're in class now. Everyone's laughing, joking. I get picked out. Dominic, stand up. So, I'm stood up now, yeah, and I'm still kind of giggling, but I'm holding it in, innit? Then the teacher, yeah, has turned her back towards the whiteboard or the smartboard or whatever. And my friend Raymond has whacked me on the bum and I burst out.
When I say the whack was like, was like you could, bro. It almost shattered the windows, bro. It was literally like you done a Dragon Ball Z, like what,
bro? And I just started bursting out. She was like, "Right, get out!"
No, Dominic. Before she sent you out, there was the build up. You giggled because Raymond slapped you on the bum. And then she turns around, she's like, "Why are you laughing?" And he was while she was talking to you, because Raymond had the longest arm. He was moving like Daddy Long, and he was moving like Mr. Tickle, bro. The guy.
Is it so normalised about you talking about getting your bum slapped by other man?
Listen, in this context, I know it sounds mad, but in this context, it was actually funny.
Nah, man. You know, there's no real intention. It's all bands.
Mate, I'm telling you, some of them science lessons were just classic. It was the fact that she caught you laughing and Raymond kept slapping your bum while she was talking. I don't know how she didn't see with his Mr. Tickle arm, but he kept laughing because he kept getting slapped on the bum. So then Dominic gets sent out. She's like, "Dominic, get out." He goes out. Me and Raymond from outside the window, because the science classrooms had like see-through windows. So we stand outside. She goes outside to talk
window,
to him.
Edgar. Did you hear what you just said?
Yeah.
See-through window, yeah? Okay, I didn't know windows were see-through.
Do I use English? The windows. Sorry. That was really dumb. That's like water.
That was so dumb. That is cool though.
It's like water makes me thirsty, bruv. So you're outside of these windows, and she goes outside to chat to you. And I was remember you were facing us, and the whole class, like literally everyone, it was like 30 of us. We were all just fucking making sounds, like doing all sorts of faces. Dominic couldn't hold it together. He just burst out laughing.
I couldn't hold it together, bro. I was done.
He got sent home, fam.
How can you get sent home from an after-school class?
Bro, we set you up. I swear she put you in exclusion the next day in ACE, what we called isolation.
Did she? No, she didn't. She didn't. Because, I was going to say the teacher's name. No, I can't say the teacher's name. This teacher liked me deep down, didn't it? But
she did.
She couldn't just let me, like, continue laughing. Like, it's ruining her authority and all that shit. So, she had to send me out in it. I had to be the fool guy.
I remember Dominic one time in English. I'm not going to name the teacher either, but we had a lot of fun in that English class. But I remember one time, Dominic, you got mad at me one time. This was in like year 10.
I must have had a bad day, man.
Bro,
I know what story you're going to say.
You know what it was? You were sleeping. I think you must have had a mad training session the night before, because you were there sleeping in class. And me and you were like we weren't as close as we are now, but we were
boys though. We were boys.
So I was like, sweet, I'm gonna piss off this guy. I kept kicking him. I was like, wake up. And he's like, stop. He goes back to sleep. I do it 3 or 4 times in silence. Yeah, I kick him one time when everyone's working in silence, and he just goes, "Edgar, Fuck off! The guy got sent out, fam. It was.
No, that's when I got put in ACE.
That was when I got put in ACE
for like 2 days.
Yeah.
That's when I got put in ACE in 2 days.
That was hilarious. One story I wanted to tell as well is also involving man like Ramel, Mr. Raymond. I don't know if you remember, Dominic, but most of the languages teachers, they were all just absolute joke men. They either let you do what you want. You could either.
What, you're gonna talk about a certain Mr. F.
Mr. F. I'm gonna talk about Mr. F. But even so, all the languages teacher, they let you get away. You could smoke a fucking zoot in their class, and they let you get away with it. To be honest, like, but my teacher was just a joke man. Like, he had no authority. Like, he'd bring chocolates to class every day. I'd fucking steal them, and I'd be like Jesus. I'd be like, everyone, I have the 5 loaves and the 2. Take all the chocolate bars. Everyone eats. But what we used to do, because we used to get bored in languages, he was in French, Raymond, and I was in Italian, and every day we'd swap like planners. You know, you have diaries at school, and we just do it so we have an excuse to go to the other person's class. So one day he'd do it, one day I'd do it. So every single Italian and French lesson for basically the whole year without fail, either I would go to Raymond's class, and he would come to my class, and it would always be the same excuse. Sir, I've got Edgar's diary. And at one point he got pissed off with Raymond, and Raymond was just being so calm. It was just hilarious. He was like, yeah, but sir, I've got his diary though. He's like, I don't care if you've got his diary. I don't care. But sir, I've got his diary. Bro, that class was mental. People used to flip tables. I remember banging one guy in the face in front of the teacher. He didn't do anything.
In that language class?
Yeah, bro.
Oh my days.
It was mental.
Me and Edgar went in the same language class, by the way. I would have remembered that.
There's so many good school stories. I'm gonna save some of them for the next one.
Yeah, we might have to make that a regular.
We might have to make that one regular because there is a lot. Joe, do you have any stories from school in Manny before I move on to the upbringing?
There's so many. I don't even know what to say. I'll just
give
say,
us one juicy one.
Fucking hell. Oh, there's so many. News going around the school fights, teachers wanting to fight students.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll say that one. Okay, so we're on the way to our maths exam.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it's like me, Isaac, Drake Caton, fucking Mods, and I think, I don't even know who else, a few other guys, yeah. And we're going straight to our exam. And what is it now? This one guy had his coat on, and he was like the most popular guy in our school. You know, he had his coat on in it. You know, cool kid walking into the exam. And our mentor was a big Jamaican yardie. He don't take nothing from no one. He wants to help the black kids out. You know them. Yeah. You know them guys. So we walk through, and the guy's like, "Yo, take off your coat." And he's like, "Yo, that's how he speaks." Like, yo, he gets mad. He's a joke, yeah. And the guys and the cool kids like, "Oh, I'll take it off when I'm inside, man." Guys like, "Don't let me tell you twice." My guy, my brethren, yeah, he's not in the mood already. He's like, "What are you gonna do?" Oh, man, the teacher going, "No, you can't take that tone to me." The guy's like, "What are you gonna do?" The teacher walks up to him and saying, "Yo, I'm 2 times the size of you, young man." I'm like, and then they're squaring up a teacher and a student. Bro, it had to get, the other teachers had to stop my teacher from trying it. Bro, it was, but all of us students, yeah, we're just looking like, this is actually happening.
What the fuck, innit? Dominic, do you remember at prom? We had a story like that as well. Mr. C and Anthony, they almost had a fight.
Oh, yeah.
After prom, they were squaring up and everything. I was thinking, Mr. C, you're not about that life, man. Allow it, man.
I was thinking, you don't want to lose that job.
Exactly, you teach music, fam. Just get out of it, man. Right, let me move on because we're getting short for time. I don't know if you don't have any funny growing up stories, but I do want to start by sharing something, one, just how I grew up and something that happened recently as well. Bruv, so basically, me growing up, I'm white, innit? I have white parents, but you'd think it's the opposite. Like, I got the belt from year 1, bro. Like,
oh damn,
bro, it was deep. It was deep to the point where if I take a slice of ham out the fridge without asking, I'm getting slapped up, bro. Even to this day. And this leads me on to a story I wanted to tell about recently. Yeah. So we're all in lockdown, innit? Everyone's struggling. Boom. So my parents go out shopping one day, innit? Obviously, there's a bit of a food shortage. They come back. They're like, I'm like, okay, cool. What we eating for dinner? You lot went shopping. And they're like, oh, we're having a barbecue. So I'm thinking, yeah, all right, cool, that's nice. We're having a little barbecue. good stuff. I say, what did you get for the barbecue? And my mum goes, sausages. I'm like, okay, cool, nice. What else did you get? That's it, sausages. So I had a barbecue with just sausages. And you know what the worst thing is? When I told them, when I said, oh, like, could you not have got chicken or nothing else? They started shouting at me. They were like, oh, there's a food chicken, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Don't you know, this and that. I was thinking, fucking hell, you might as well just pan-fried the sausages. What's the point of having a barbecue?
Yeah, with just sausages.
With just sausages.
That is dead. So dead.
That is pathetic, bro.
Honestly. But that's
I have to bring you in. That's why you must keep me as your mate, Edgar. I bring you in on the Mensa barbecues.
Bro, Christmas dinner, that's another thing.
Hey,
let me get started on Christmas dinner. 2 years ago.
Oh, here we go.
2 years ago, alright. Like, you don't know what I had for Christmas dinner 2 years ago. I had fucking Indomie, bro. Indomie. Santa doesn't come to Peckham, innit? I had Indomie for Christmas dinner. And then the year after that, this year that just went, I had some dry ass shit. Like, when I say it was like rocks, fam. So I was like, fuck this. Every year I go to Dominic's house for Christmas anyway. So I was like, Dominic, I'm coming for it.
That is the saddest thing I've ever had to hear from
really
someone.
sad. I feel like we should have small violins playing.
Do you know what it is as well? With the Christmas dinner as well, that's meant to be the dinner that slaps the most the whole year.
I know. Everyone's there
And
chopping.
it just doesn't slap.
Bro, do you know what's worse? It's like I got a turtleneck in the morning, a turtleneck and a beanie in the morning, and then for lunch I get some caveman food, fam. And people are probably thinking you're being ungrateful.
No, he's not.
If you lot want to see the picture,
listeners, I'll be real, I'm one of those people, I try to be impartial with these things. I always try to say, yo, come on, man. It's like, but it's bad.
It's different when you say, like, your family's broke. Ed's family's loaded.
My family's not broke.
They got him a turtleneck. Bro, you know, oh my God.
They're trying to make me look like James Bond, fam.
Bro. 007.
007. Do you lot have any stories you lot want to share?
From what? Upbringing. My upbringing was weird, you know.
How so?
Like, it was just like, my mum's African, but she's not strict on man, you get me in it. So, like, it is what it is. Like, she's seen me do the maddest of things. But, like, my upbringing was calm still. Mm-hmm. Like, I didn't have no problems. I've seen other men have problems, though. Like, they have to run to my house all the time to stay over because they get kicked out. But, other than that, that's another day. What about you, Dominic?
I don't know. I'd say, no, it was calm. Like, obviously, Ghanaian household, both parents from Ghana. But my mum and dad were never overly strict on me. But there was one time in year 7 when I first, like, went to, obviously, secondary school. I thought I was a man, innit? I was in set 1. I'm thinking, hey, fam, I'm never dropping out of this set. No way. First set of exam comes, I drop out the set. My mum was on to me. She was like, I didn't train for like 3 weeks.
Oh no.
She said, gym's locked off. You're not training. And this is the time where I was 12 years old. I was 11. Obviously, you're 11 years old, and you're going on tour. So this is the time where I'm breaking into the GB squad as well.
You're no longer just a Power Ranger.
I don't care. She was like, I don't care. I don't care about all that stuff. Wow. You need to do your schoolwork properly. So for like 3 weeks, I got locked off. It was literally like, go from school, stay at school, go to the library for a couple hours, and then home. And then sometimes she even said, show me the work you've done at the library.
No.
Oh man,
the proof and the evidence. Exhibit
it was a hard time, but you know what? The next exams, I patterned it. I got back into the set 1, and I never dropped out.
She done it right, man. See,
she did it right. She did it very right. Big up, mum. Big up, mumsy.
100%, man. Your mum's like a second mother to me. Like, you know how much I love your mum, so I can't even fault that. I know she brought you up right, man.
Indeed, man.
Dominic, wasn't there a story? I think it was you. You told me this story time ago about how you fell asleep on your bus or something, and you got the beatings of your life, bro. Was it you?
Fell asleep on a bus?
Or something like that. I think it was you. You fell asleep on a train or something, and then your mum went.
No, I didn't. Well, I'll tell the story. I didn't get beatings, but my mum was like, "Yo, like, so when I was, how old was I? I was like 14, going on 15 at the time, and I started going training outside of London, around like Reading way. So it took me like 2 hours to get to training, like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So I finished training at 8:30. My coach just dropped me back to the station, got on the train back to London from like Bracknell way. It's an hour train, innit? Obviously, these times, this is like only like the third or fourth time I'm doing it. The first 3 times were fine, nothing wrong. So this time I was just mad tired after the session, so I've fallen asleep in it. So I've got into London Waterloo, and obviously London Waterloo is where the train terminates, innit? So, you know, there's no stop after London Waterloo. So I've got into London Waterloo, and bear in mind, I'm knocked out on this train. I'm gone, like I'm sleeping. Like no one is waking me. No, I'm surprised nobody even tried to wake me. Everyone just boxed off the train, went to their own destinations and whatnot. So the train's got to Waterloo. It's stopped there for like 20 minutes while people, you know, get off. People come on, the cleaners come through or whatever. And I've woken up, and I'm travelling the other way. I'm like nearly halfway going the other way back to like training. I got hella missed calls from my mum. I finally called my mum back. And she was like, where? Like, she didn't swear, but she was like, where are you? Like, I'm waiting at the station. I was like, Mum, I'm sorry, I fell asleep. So now I've managed to obviously get off the train, get on the next train, back to London. And yeah, my mum was angry that day. Not even angry at me, because it can happen, but just scared, innit? It's not nice when you don't know where your child is, you know what I mean? You're expecting your child, and they just don't come, you know what I'm saying? It's
true. That's the thing, though. That
was a mad day.
When you were that young, I don't know if you don't remember, me personally, my curfew compared to, like, obviously now I don't have a curfew, I'll come in whatever time I want. But back then, I remember if I was out past like 7 or 8 o'clock, I remember one time I went to Shepherd's Bush with some girl and some boy, I thought, yeah, I'll go. I thought, you know, I'm a cool guy. I want to impress the girl, whatever.
Like I say, you thought you were the man them
I thought I was the man, innit? This was when I was in like year 8 or something. I came back at like 10 o'clock. I got him at 10 o'clock. And back then I thought my dad was going to kill me, fam. Like, he had to go to his room to calm down, fam. That's how deep it was. But now it's like, it's so different. Like, if you come home at 10, it's like, you're home early. Do you know what I mean? Things change.
Yeah, no.
Things change.
Edgar, I know you're the guy. You love to be out, G. You'll be out until late night. It'd be good, bro.
Fam. Listen, Dominic, you need to take us bagel for the bagel again, man. Bagel King.
Yeah, man, we'll go bagel for the bagel. I heard they're open again anyway, but obviously social distancing and all that.
We'll sort that. Anyway, lads, we're short for time, so I'm going to wrap it up there. So basically, for the listeners, anything that wasn't covered this week, any questions you lot ask, if you didn't hear it in this episode, it will be covered in the next few episodes, whether that's next week or in a few weeks' time. Just one thing for you listeners, get involved, ask more questions. We love to see your questions. We've had some good ones. So yeah,
give us some feedback.
Let us
know your reactions to the stories we told as well.
Exactly, man. That's what we want to hear. DM us. I'm going to have all our Instagrams on the screen in a minute. I'm going to do some shout outs. But yeah, definitely ask some more questions. Get involved. What we're going to do...
Yeah. Tell them to... what guest you want in it?
Yeah, this is what I was going to get onto. So basically, right, we're going to do a little competition for next week. Our last question there was about funny school stories or growing up stories or whatever. So what we want to do is we want you guys to DM us with your funniest school or growing up stories, and the person we deem to be the funniest will
get the fiver.
No, I'm not getting the fiver. Our videos aren't monetized yet. We're gonna bring them on the show to tell their story if they want. So definitely get involved. Definitely send us some messages. And yeah, reply and give us your thoughts. Last thing I want to do is check out the Mandem on Insta. So I'm gonna put the Instas on the screen as I'm reading them. So basically, we got Joel over here. He's a sick rapper. He's got 2 tunes out at the moment, Moving Through and New Money. He's also got an EP out. We'll have that all linked up. Check out Dom. He's a gymnast. You know, cool guy. If you like people doing flips and abs, then go check out Dom's page. And also, last person I want to shout out is a good friend of mine, Amal. He does our graphics. He's a really cool guy, really nice guy. I'm gonna link him down, his Instagram and so on. Definitely check him out if you want him to do any projects for you. He's gonna be working closely with us on the show, and we're probably gonna bring him on the show soon. And lastly, me, check out my Insta. Compared to my friends, I'm like the talentless one. I'm just here. I'm good at maths. I'm good at maths. Yeah, I'm good at maths. I'm good at. I'm a Jew, exactly. I'm good with money. All right. I'm good looking as well. So that's basically it. Thank you very much for listening. If you stuck around to the end, and we'll look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode. Do you guys want to say bye?
Big up. Thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you. See you soon.
In a bit.
Lovely.